We're dying quick, man. So motherfuckers better wake up, because if we write these books, write it out, so that an outsider's not telling our story.
Yeah. 100%.
Because there's money to be made, and a motherfucker will sit there and just lecture about hip hop, ain't been there, ain't done shit, ain't rocked a mic, ain't sprayed that wall, ain't killed that dance floor, ain't scratched that record, is gonna get all this grant money and ain't lived that life.
Yep.
Fuck that shit. It's not that deep, man. Like, with, you know, respect. Okay, here's the thing, man. If you like, just do the. A lot of people are getting into dance because they like it, and the beauty of a lot of the Black art forms is that we had no freedom. So the only freedom we had was creative freedom. So that's why the Black America, that's why I was like, why, what's the difference between because, you know, when people, because dude, listen, people start talking about guest in the culture shit, and I'm looking at Black people in Europe like, you a guest in the culture. This is Black American shit. You know what I mean? But then it's like how? It's because Black Americans were enslaved, and the only freedom we had was creative freedom, to the point where we can't stop now. Like because we always flip shit. We're always flipping it, because that's, you know, it's like, you know, oh, play music like this. So Black people's like, shit, I can't be free anywhere else, but I can be free to play this shit like this. I'll be free to sing it like this. So it's like in our genetic makeup to always freshen it up, liven it up, like try it like this, try it like this, try it like this. We change the language every 4 years. We change the language every 4 years. We bring new dances every 4 years. We constantly flip shit every 4 years. We flip shit every 4 years, bro. Like, and unapologetically, we will flip shit on people. So, and you know, so it's like, yeah, man, pay homage, man. Just pay homage. That same thing speaks to kids and people all over the world, because but just that, because when I was working for the State Department, I'll shut up in 5 minutes. I promise I'll shut up.
Talking about, dude, that's my intro right there.
Yeah. When I worked for the State Department, you know, we were teaching street dance in other countries. When you go to certain cultures that are so rigid and so stiff, you know what I mean? That hip hop is new. Like in a lifetime, it's so new.
40 years.
And the parameters are so loose. It's like, oh wait, I can become a star in this in 4 years, 5 years, to the point where I see a lot of people trying to put their culture in the hip hop culture because they want to cap it off.
Yeah, I see that too.
Because it's like, but fuck that, man. This culture was created, you know what I mean? Like, was created to okay, word. I can't be in your music class?
Yep.
I'll make my own music.
Yep.
You want to let me be in your dance? I'll create my own dance. So that aspect of hip hop, man, we got to keep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Give respect to where it came from, but then also at the same time, man, don't be held back. Yeah. There should be, there is, and I don't care what nobody says, man, if we're going to say that there's a Florida style of breaking, a New York style, a Cali style of breaking, a Texas style of breaking. We can say that. If we can say that about breaking, we can say that about house. We can say that about locking. We can say about all these street dances, bro. Because that's where they were birthed for, to give voice.
Yeah.
A lot of these things were to
and
give
then put in their own little spin on it too. Like you said.
Just spin on it, bro. The Filipino B-boys had some flavor with them, man.
Yep.
The Korean B-boys had some flavor with them, man. You know what I mean? And if it wasn't, you know, if we're not gonna talk like that, then motherfuckers, y'all better start copywriting shit. Because if not, we put it into the public domain like that. You know what I mean? Build up. Ain't nobody beating, you know, with the Gracies, with the capoeira. We're talking capoeira and stuff like that. how do you know they put it on lock. Ain't nobody beating nobody in capoeira unless you go in there and you know what I mean. They built their community and culture to be able to make money to sustain their community.
We gotta make this shit like Zumba. You gotta get certificates.
This is what I'm saying, man. This is what I'm saying. This, you know, you dig it. So when you look at it like that, like capoeira, or you know, martial arts in Asia, certain aspects, it's like, and it's unsaid. They've created the community to be as such. You're what? Oh, you want to learn capoeira? You gotta learn the songs. You gotta learn Portuguese. Shit. You want to learn this? Then, you know, and then people are certified and they make a belt system. There's no real belt system, but we need to make a belt system so that people know. Yeah, because you can't be teaching if you ain't ready. So we made a belt system for it.
Dude, so they did that for house. That would be hilarious.
Nah, man, we need that for street dance in general. Because then you can. Then you know, and it doesn't have to be corny. And I'm not saying corny, but you have to have some kind of a like. If you want people to accountable, you want to hold people accountable. You want to then create these systems. Because if you're selling it and saying there's no system, and then you get mad when people start to do stuff.
Take whatever you want.
Not saying you can't get mad, you know.
But there's justifiable anger, but you're right. There's a lot of it is caused by some of the lack of action that we've done, and so as a culture, like that, I think that's something that we got to get better on. And whether it is copywriting our own stuff or writing these books or like really documenting the processes of these, that helps with that. Because that's the one thing I would say, especially for street dance, like. If you can't articulate what you're doing in your street dance to someone that is not a street dancer, then you might not know it as well as you think you do. And when you start to really know it, then that's when you can actually if we don't codify it, someone else will do it for us. And then you know how that goes.
And the people, people who aren't in the culture will codify it. I was on a fucking board with people asking questions about street dance. This person says, "How did street dance get into Europe?" And this dude. With this white dude with a suit. Well, it says here that I'm sitting there looking at him like I let him answer. And I was like, nah, this is how it happened. Because I'm ground zero, bro. This dude is always gonna come from a book. We're dying quick, man. So motherfuckers better wake up. Because if we write these books, write it out so that an outsider's not telling our story.
Yeah. 100%.
Because there's money to be made, and a motherfucker will sit there and just lecture about hip hop, ain't been there, ain't done shit, ain't rocked a mic, ain't sprayed that wall, ain't killed that dance floor, ain't scratched that record, is gonna get all this grant money and ain't lived that life.
Yep.
Fuck that shit.